So hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. MatchLyra here. So we just had Backlash 2025, the latest PLE of WWE. So let's discuss the show, let's review it, let's talk about it. Let's go. So we started with a fatal four-way match for the US Championship. So Jacob Fatu, the reigning champion, yes, defending it against Damian, Drew McIntyre and LA Knight, yeah. So, of course, I was thinking that surely Jacob should retain this title, absolutely. So, yeah, I like, these 3 ways, 4 ways matches. Honestly, yeah, when I play WWE 2K, I always play like these matches because that's absolutely, total non-stop action, action, action. So everybody wants to win it. So this is good. And this is what was this all about, the match. So it was absolutely energetic, fighting non-stop. And yes, it comes down to 2 fights. So Damian Priest, of course, was with Drew McIntyre, and he gave him a super choke slam outside, some area, yes, through the tables. So these 2 were out. So then it was LA Knight, with Jacob Fatu, and then so psychologist came to help him, and then my gosh, so Jacob, yeah, so debuting in WWE, so he destroyed and beats up LA Knight. So Jacob Fatu was looking for him like, what the hell is this? Like, I think that, yeah, he can understand who it is, but like, what is he doing here? So he was a bit, surprised, like, well, what is that? But yeah, then of course he puts LA Knight on the ring, hit him with a moonsault, and 1, 2, 3, Jacob retains. So these 2 with the solo and Jacob, so was watching like, come on, yeah. But actually Jacob Fatu was like, yeah, okay, but he passed, through them, and this means something. This really means something, and I guess that, yeah, we are building up the breakup of Jacob Fatu and Solo. So yeah, we might see this, match of them at SummerSlam. But what comes to this match, absolutely great stuff like that. So the next was Valkyria defending her IC championship against Becky Lynch. So yeah, at WrestleMania it was Lyra 2 belts, and I honestly thought that, at Backlash it will be Lyra 0 belts. Yes, so, and well, what a surprise that was. So, of course, absolutely great, intense match. So, the fiance of Lyra was there, so Becky Lynch was shouting at this man, so like, come on, this is your girl. Oh. So yeah, all these heelish, tactics, Becky Lynch was using, slapping. Yes, Lyra was like disrespecting her. So yes, that was very good, but intense battle. So each of them, showed a lot of moves. So Becky Lynch, hitting her finisher a couple of times, but the Lyra still kicking out. So like, Becky Lynch was like, come on, what I have to do to beat her, my God. So yeah, and you can feel it, like, the crowd absolutely love it, absolutely. So they were chanting boo, hey, when they were punching each other. So this is awesome chants also. So really intense battle, and really I loved it, and I think that, after this match, Lyra Valkyria, her push will be to the moon, straight, because yeah, she showed here what she can do, yes, and with one of the greatest, with Becky Lynch. So that means, yeah, that I think that a great future, is ahead of Lyra, and yeah, she will be like, one of the, top women in wrestling in WWE in the future, that's for sure. And that's, of course, you need to shout out to Becky, because yeah, remember her fights with Tiffany Stratton back in NXT like a couple of years ago, and look where Tiffany right now. Yes, the same with Lyra. So yes, she pushing the younger stars at the top, and this is always good. So yes, when it comes to the end of the match, that was also a total shock for me, because really I was 100% sure that Becky wins. Come on, yes. So then we continue, and maybe yes, some final match at SummerSlam, something like this. But no, surprise roll up, and 1, 2, 3, and Becky Lynch lost. So Lyra Valkyria is still your champion, but of course just after the pin, Becky Lynch was shocked, like, oh my God, what happened? And she continued, to smash Lyra. So yeah, that was the end. So definitely there will be a rematch, that's for sure. But as far as this match goes, absolutely great and amazing stuff. Of course, I will give it a like also. So then it was announced that WWE is coming back to Saudi Arabia, so Night of Champions, and this is great, absolutely great, because I believe that yes, possibly I can be there, and this will be amazing, experiencing WWE live. This is the experience like nothing else. So I hope that everything will be good and okay, and I will be able to be there. So next match, I see men's title on the line. So Dominik Mysterio defending against Penta. So yes, of course, absolutely great stuff. Penta just showing what he can do, and I like that the WWE is pushing him as a top star, because really he can deliver. This is absolutely so great entrance as always, and yeah, so the same with Dominik Mysterio, he can show actually what he can do, because, we kind of got used that, yeah, he just trash talking, so everybody's booing him and this is it. But absolutely no, he can, show a lot of moves. So he hit at some point the Oblivion, yes, a move of his girlfriend, Liv Morgan. Right now, she's in Hollywood, but Dominik Mysterio is here. So then the things, get interested after, the Penta hit this Mexican destroyer at the apron, and my God, so Dominik Mysterio was destroyed. So then, Carlito was there, so distracting the referee. Then Finn Balor, G.G. McDonough comes, so Finn was like, come on, I'm gonna hit him with the chair. So it took some time actually, and then when, he was ready to hit, actually, Penta, the referee was looking like, whoa, what the hell is that? Come on, you, out, yes. So yeah, then still they didn't, actually come out. So, Penta jumped off on all three of them. And then Penta was ready to actually destroy and finalize his victory. But who got involved? El Grande Americano, the greatest luchador on planet Earth. And yes, so he distracted Penta, and that gives a frog splash, and 1, 2, 3, Dominik Mysterio retains. So he is still the IC champion. I think this is great. This is good stuff. So really, personally, also I love it. So this match also gets a like. So then it was Gunther versus Pat McAfee. So this is really controversial, because I don't know what is this all about, why we are having, this match, because Gunther is a former IC champion, former WWE World Heavyweight champion, and right now at Backlash he's fighting Pat McAfee. The commentator, well, of course, yes, he had some matches, all that stuff, he's popular, but come on. So Pat McAfee was trying to beat Gunther, so he was trying to give some moves, but of course, eventually, yeah, Michael Cole, was standing doing the commentaries. Then, of course, he was getting closer to the ring, trying to check Pat McAfee. Then, Gunther grabbed, Michael Cole. He had some moment he was trying to hit him with a powerbomb, but Pat McAfee saved him. So yeah, a lot of chops, so like Pat McAfee was like, come on, I'm gonna try this, but it's didn't, do much. But then Gunther just slapped him all the way. So, but yeah, it was, I thought that it would be, much worse, really, to be honest. And it wasn't, quite short. Also, so, but yeah, eventually I would say that, yeah, of course, Pat McAfee after some choke, loses. But I think that, yeah, at some moments it was very strange to see, like, Boston Crab, some other sleepers, and, Pat McAfee was like, no, I'm gonna continue. But really, in this moment, you cannot believe, like, because in my opinion, Gunther is here, Pat McAfee is here, and so Pat McAfee, kinda like fighting Gunther like he's on the same level of him. So that's the part that I honestly don't like. But overall, I would say okay. And as I am a positive guy, I wouldn't give it a dislike. I would say it's okay. So I would grade it like that, you know, so not a like, not a dislike, but just okay. So that's what I say here. Alright, then it was time for the main event, one last time, yeah, John Cena versus Randy Orton. So of course, you know, everybody was, you know, absolutely loved the music of Randy Orton, screaming, you know, singing his song, so that was wonderful, in his hometown, so yeah. So, what about this main event? I honestly, you know, thought that it would be, you know, not so good, really not so good, especially after the main event of WrestleMania with John Cena. But I must admit, you know, I would say that this match I actually liked more than the fight with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, really honestly. Because yes, it was, you know, some classic stuff, so yes, it's Randy Orton, it's John Cena. So very good, you know, nostalgia was there. So, well, they started, of course, slowly. Some lockups, so, you know, sleepers, so John Cena trying to go out, escaping, you know, the ring. But, yes, some classic stuff, yes. But then, of course, you know, it started to, you know, be a little bit faster. But yes, you can see that John Cena, you know, is not the same like he used to be. So, yeah, he's slower. That's, yeah, true. But still, you know, he hit his, you know, 5 moves of doom. So then he said, "You can see me." And then he tried to hit the A. But actually, yeah, Randy Orton, you know, hit the RKO. So the both men were down. So then, of course, you know, there was some RKOs, there was some A's. And, you know, everybody just kicking out. So, yes, you know, the pressure was here. So, my gosh, who's gonna win that? So then, of course, you know, Randy Orton wants to punt kick John Cena, but that didn't happen. Then at some moment, John Cena wanted to punt kick Randy Orton, but that also didn't happen. Then what? Then, you know, they went outside of the ring, so, you know, Randy Orton hits a on the announce table. And it didn't break, actually, the way it's supposed to break. And I think, you know, on the spot, you know, they decided, okay, let's break another table. So they just a simple wooden table, yes, they brought it, and Randy Orton hit another AA through that table. So I think that really they just, you know, on the spot decided, like, come on, let's do one more time, so with some more effect. I think this is what happened here. So yeah, then of course, you know, Randy Orton hit another RKO, but the referee was down. So yes, 2 the referees were down. So the one John Cena tries to hit Randy with a belt, but he hit a referee. Then everybody like Nick Aldis and other people, you know, came to like try to sort out what to do, but yeah, so no referee. So, you know, 5 guys tried to help the referee. They came, but no another referee. That's a bit strange. Yes, but then of course Randy Orton like, what the hell is happening? So he just started to hitting RKO after RKO. So all 5 men were hit by RKOs. Yeah, so, and then another punt kick was supposed to happen, but who got involved? Not Travis Scott, not The Rock, but yes, it was R-Truth. And yes, I really thought that this will happen because, you know, like for 3 weeks, you know, we had these backstage segments, and yes, WWE don't do this, you know, without any purpose. So yes, R-Truth saved his childhood hero. So then he got hit by RKO, but then John Cena hits the low blow and then hits Randy with the belt, and this was it. 1, 2, 3. John Cena retains. So I say that, yeah, good stuff. I really thought that it would be much worse, but I think that they delivered. Absolutely, they delivered. So this match gets a like, my friends. So then John Cena cut a little bit of promo. So, you know, I need some competition. I don't need any music, something like that. So yes, this is interesting. What's next? So, but I think that on Monday Night Raw, CM Punk will be there. I guess he will do some promo, and I think that yes, and Money in the Bank, we're gonna have CM Punk versus John Cena. But then again, it's Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, so somebody will step up, I think, over there also. So very interesting times, my friends. So overall, I can say that yes, the show is good. So the show overall gets a like also. So let me know in the comments down below, my friends, what do you think about the show? What do you like? What you didn't like? Everything in the comments. If you enjoy my videos, my channel, please hit all these buttons, like, share, subscribe. I will be more than happy for that. And my friends, I will see you very, very soon in my future videos. So see you, my friends. Bye bye.